Good morning, all you beautiful people out there. My name's Chrissy, and today I'll be giving you a prediction reading for October. It is the 20th of September today. I'm a little bit late getting this one uploaded. Sorry, guys. Just been a bit busy lately. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe. Hit those like buttons, guys. Comment down below. I always love our little chats that we all have here. And I will get started, and we'll just see what comes up. So this is for the month of October. Now, they're showing me this scarecrow energy. So I'm getting this visual of a scarecrow. And you know how, say, for example, when people have a veggie patch or whatever, they'll put a scarecrow up just to scare the birds away because they think there's actually a person there, even though they're not moving, or maybe the straw is blowing in the wind. I'm getting this kind of still energy, but it's still putting fear in people. So for October, I'm getting that there's this... It's a stillness like the scarecrow, but it's still representing fear. So I do feel in October that we're not going to escape. No, we're not going to escape the narratives of the fear that's still being instilled in people. It's going to be a lot less subtle, like the scarecrow that kind of hangs on the stick and doesn't move, but it still has a very big visual presence to, if you think of the birds that are trying to get to the vegetables. That's what I'm getting, and this is around the government. Things are going to kind of become still in October. I do still expect, I think I talked about some sort of fireworks and things coming into October. So there's still a lot of action by the people, but this is around the government. The government, the scarecrow represents the government. They're going to, it's kind of like standing still, but still putting fear in people. And that's the visual I'm getting for October is, it's that mind manipulation. Like, oh no, nothing's changing and nothing's moving, like the scarecrow, but we're still putting tons of fear into you, and that's what we want to do because it's all the mind games. So I'm getting this like scarecrow energy in October. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Hang on a second. Is it the scarecrow in Wizard of Oz that had no... What did he have? He had no brain? Was that what it was? Well, I guess we could say these leaders don't have much of a brain when it comes to dealing with the people. Although they're very clever at their mind manipulation. We do have to give them that around the jab. It worked very well. So I am getting this scarecrow energy now. They're scaring people. And I guess if you think about it, this could be a lot to do with like renewables and the climate change. They're scaring people into these things. Again, it's that mind manipulation. You know, you have to go and get your electric car, or you know, you're going to ruin your planet. Gosh, when I was at the airport in Brisbane the other day, they had 100% electric buses going past all the time. So some places are already utilising all of this. It's very interesting to observe things when you move about, isn't it? So I'm definitely getting this visual of the scarecrow for October, but the scarecrow is government. Still putting fear in people, but in a very basic and simple way. And we know, as you guys all know here, they own all the media, so we've got about zero chance of getting any information through to people, any truth rather, getting that through to people. It's very frustrating. I know you've all been watching the... Yes, I had to watch it. My sister loves the royals, and I had to sit through the funeral last night. I know you all would have had a peek or a little sticky peek. It would have been on every channel unless you had Netflix, something else to watch. So, yes, everyone in the world would have been glued on the big event, and it was a big event. Oh, my gosh. How's the money and everything spent on that? Whew. Anyway, won't go down that road today. I just want to mention to you guys too, down in Melbourne, anyone living in Victoria and Melbourne, they are talking about like Daniel Andrews might get back in. Because apparently the Liberals are agreeing with a lot of the things that he's implementing. So how's the opposition there? Agreeing with Labor, the Liberals and Labor. Sounds like they're all on board together. So that vote comes in November. So sounds like the Stand With Dan group is growing as well. So I don't know how that's going to go. So that'll be interesting to see, guys. The most lockdown city in the world of Dan Andrews. Okay, I'll close my eyes. Let's see what else we get. I'm getting that we're becoming, this is all of us, and I know most of you guys would have heard of Tupperware out there. They're showing me like a Tupperware cupboard where, you know how you buy that Tupperware, it's like the plastic containers that you buy. I don't know if you, I'm sure you guys would have it in America and Canada and all that. Sweden maybe too. Everyone gets Tupperware when their kids are little and that, and you go to Tupperware parties. It was one of those things. And it all just got, eventually, just chucked in the cupboard and left, and it became a bit useless. And so years later, you'd be decluttering your kitchen and you'd chuck out half your Tupperware. That's just the image they're giving me. Well, that's what I'm getting for us. It's like we've been chucked in the cupboard because, as I said on the patch, was it? Useless to government. We are useless to government. We're of no use to the government. That's why they keep leaving us pretty much alone now, and then we're not their target audience. We've become like the Tupperware. I kept saying the other day they were trying to work out how to deal with us, the Mavericks and the Rebels, and now they've got, it's like, it was like I was saying the other week, I remember saying it, we were the too hard basket, too hard to deal with. They didn't know like where to categorize us and where to put us because they knew they couldn't get to us. So now it's like they've shoved us in a cupboard like the Tupperware. They've tried to put us out of their sight. We're already out of their sight anyway. We did it ourselves. But they're showing me that they're shutting the door on us, and I think that's a good and positive thing. They're not sort of coming for us anymore. We know they were with the many things, pandemic of the unvaccinated. Or if you don't follow the mandates, you're going to lose your job and you're infecting everybody. And if you're vaccine injured, that's a lie. And we know how it all went. They just wanted to ostracize us, vilify us and put us down. But now they don't know how to deal with us because, as I keep saying, the movements are growing because time is rolling by and more things are coming out and more people are getting braver and standing up now. So that's what we're getting in October. We're getting that we're being shoved into the Tupperware cupboard because we're now useless to government, like the Tupperware that people don't use anymore. That's what I'm getting. Oh, no. But that's a good thing. We don't mind having the door shut on us because at least it lets us get on with our own life and do our own thing and make our own choices and decisions. So let's take that in as a positive, that government has shut the pantry or kitchen cupboard on us like the useless Tupperware, and now we can wear our real badge with pride on our Braveheart biker jacket because we are officially useless to government, and that's in October. I don't know what's going to happen in October. There's a lot going on, I do feel. Let's see. I'm getting in October. Lots of strikes are going to begin. We talked about the fireworks energy. I think it was like the fireworks, like things coming up at different times, like small fireworks, large fireworks. Well, this is what I'm kind of getting, but I'm feeling like these are going to be a lot of strikes. And this could be globally. I do feel there's going to be more strikes. God, we've had so many here in Australia. I keep keeping you guys up to date here. Not many this week. That's a little bit quiet, I guess, because of the funeral. But the old distractions, we know how good they are at these media platforms. So I'm getting that in October there's going to be more strikes. People are going to be standing up still against government because it's getting beyond a joke, and people know it. So you got to remember all that this week, we got the public holiday here in Australia as well. I know you guys are probably getting one too. All this week has done is just sort of, well, it hasn't shut everything down. It's kind of stopped everything a little bit in its tracks. As we know, the narrative is the distraction, but this is only temporary, and that's what we have to remember. See, this will give a lot of people that illusion that we're all getting on with it now, and see, it's that false lull. That's what they're showing me. They're showing me it's like, this is what the visual that they're giving me. It's like, this is it going to be in October as well. They're showing me like a skateboard ramp, and you know how you get, I guess you could say, isn't it like a half pipe or something they call it up the snow if you're snowboarding? But, like a skateboard ramp that just goes up and down and you do your, ollies? I don't know what you do on it. And you go up and then you sort of park your skateboard at the top and then you drop down again. You go up the other side and drop onto that side. This is what I'm getting at the moment. We're in this like down patch and then we're going to have to go back up. and sort of rest the skateboard. So that's the kind of image that I'm getting at the moment. It's like we've got like the reset rolling out, and then there's this drop where we're all just cruising along, and then the reset will roll back out. And that's the kind of image that I'm getting, like probably come October, I'd say that's when that'll kick back into gear. So it's like we've all been going along and we've been getting constantly fed all this garbage. Then we've dropped off, gone down into the like skateboard ramp, cruising along. So we're sort of cruising along at the moment in this little downward half pipe or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what you call them in the skating world, skateboard world. And then we're going to go up, and then the reset's going to just be, oh yes, steaming right along again. Oh, God. So at the moment there is this little drop in the narrative, basically, is what the guides are saying. But it's coming back. Don't worry. Of course it's coming back. So that'll be October. Gosh, we're getting to the end of September. It's crazy, isn't it? The days are warming up here. It's actually nice and sunny today. It was -1, still a little bit of frost this morning, but I can handle it when the day's going to be 19 and sunny. I hope you guys are enjoying autumn. Autumn's really magic over there. My cats and the dogs love the leaves, and it's kind of fun, autumn, isn't it? I'll just see what else we get today. I'm getting this, this is in October, I'm getting that people are running scared, like they're really going to be running scared. And it's showing me like a mass panic, like, oh, I guess you could relate it to, and it's funny because this little video popped up this morning that China was getting a warning they were going into lockdown again. Don't know, obviously maybe some variant. I don't know, I didn't watch the whole video, but it just had this visual, you know, people were just stocking up on vegetables and stuff like that. But I'm getting that like panic energy again, where it's showing people like running in fear. And we know the scarecrow is going to bring the fear. So, and what that's saying is like for the people that's become like a bad habit. Like any time that something just ignites that trigger in them, that panic rises up and that fear, which is so frustrating, and it's not what we want to hear, is it really? But it takes them back so that everyone starts to panic and stock up again. And what if we get locked? So then they start going through, this is the people waking up, not you guys watching my channel. They go through the what ifs. What if they lock us down again? What if this happens? Oh, I better stock up. So there's all this, you know, people with their scripts at the chemist. And that's the kind of energy I'm getting in October. And this is probably globally, I would say, not just China. We know it happens in China usually first. But I do feel like that's also going to happen. A lot of people are going to be starting to think, oh my God, this could happen again. So they're going to be getting their little bits of extra stuff into their household. You know, stocking up on masks and all this. Just the same old repetitive Groundhog Day stuff. But that you got to remember there's a lot more people waking up now. So we're still going to get these sort of fight backs. Of course, never to be seen on mainstream media. Not one of these protests. I know, Danielle, you had your Quebec protest. There were protests here on the weekend in Australia. Absolutely nothing on TV. Nothing at all. Not even a mention. Don't put one. They must get warned not to put one visual image of that up, or you'll be shut down. So nothing. It's only what we share on social media, which is important to keep doing that. Because it does eventually start to grow. I've got to also, I've got to let you guys know what that global, week 3 of the global walkout is. Oh, I've gone blank at the moment. I'll do another video today anyway, and I'll let you know what it is in that, guys. If not, go and check out Reignite Australia Democracy with Monica. She'll let you know what the 3rd week is of the global walkout. If you're new here, there is a global walkout happening where we're trying to hit, people are trying to hit back at government rather, where it hurts, like with different things such as continuing to use cash and this kind of thing that pushes back against what the government's trying to roll out. Let's see where else we go in October. I'm getting that the banks won't be lending a lot in October. There's going to be like a real freeze on that lending market. And they're, of course, going to use the economy and that everything's got to slow down. The banks have to take control of it, We know what they're really taking control of. Everybody's cash. So if you do get the urge out there to take your money out of any bank accounts, that's probably a time to listen to your gut feelings and your instincts. That would be my advice as October gets closer, especially if you have an enormous amount of money in there. They are already doing this overseas. I think it was the UK. One of you was telling me about that. They're questioning people a lot about what they're wanting their money for, and they're using the economy as the excuse now. We know that here on my channel. We all know that. They're using the economy as the excuse to keep the money in the bank, and they're saying that they have to keep the economy propped up, which is absolute BS. We all know it is. But, of course, it's a way to control everybody's money. So, you know, just think about these things moving forward, coming into October. Have that good awareness of where your money's being held. Is it safe there? You know, Canada has experienced that. We all know with the trucker movement, anyone who donated to certain things, for example, or supported people with, you know, protests or anything, had all their bank accounts frozen. So it's very easy for them to do it just like that. So that's something coming into October that I think people are going to start to become a bit aware of, is this banks using the economy as their way of controlling the money. As we know, they want it all centralized. They want everything just on this one central platform, and no cash, of course. That's what they want, because you can't trace and track cash, can you? I'll just see if there's something to close with today for October. Yeah, I'm getting that the vilification is really stopping now for all of, like, us. People are not being vilified like they were, because, see, the language has changed. They're not attacking us anymore because they can't, because the proof is we're all still here. So that is a big, ginormous lie that they lied about, that everyone was going to be just keeling over and dying and collapsing in the streets. It was a huge lie. So then the language around all of this is really changing. The vilification is not there anymore. Meanwhile, we've lost family and friends, and we've felt quite isolated in our madness sometimes. Not so much anymore. We've found our happy place. Yes, it's been tiring. I'm not saying it hasn't, and it's been an exhausting process, but the vilification is starting to stop, because they cannot keep using the same jab wheel narrative that you're the weakest links. This is a pandemic of the blah, 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 because they aren't. It's all been proven. They all got CV. It all collapsed. The big narrative collapsed. And then the CDC's come out and admitted that they might have made a few mistakes. And now the unjabbed is equivalent to the jab. Like, it's just unbelievable, isn't it? You can't even believe this has happened to us, can you? So I am getting that for October, that the vilification is really subsiding now. Thank God. Only took, what, 3 years? Hang on. I'm just trying to get something. Wait a second. Oh, I'm getting that. Oh, they kept talking about Alone and that, and I was trying to get the song, but they're giving me the song that... Oh, I really love this song. I know everyone has a judgment on Michael Jackson. I get it, but it's that song, You Are Not Alone. And I think that's what the guys want to leave us with today for October, is that we are not alone. There's a lot of people waking up. We've all got each other. We've all found each other here on my channel. I mean, what a blessing. I'm so blessed to have you guys here. I know that we all communicate and we support each other through this ridiculousness. But we're not alone now. It's saying a lot of people are waking up to all this garbage and nonsense, and they don't want to take it anymore. So we are not alone, and that's the song I'm going to leave you with by Michael Jackson. Beautiful song. I think it's the one with him and Lisa Presley, isn't it? Such a beautiful song. He does look very weird in it after his surgeries, but it is a beautiful song. He did have a magnificent voice. No one could deny that. So I'll leave you that song from the guides, and I think that's what they're saying too, is their guidance and the way they're guiding all of us. I mean, look how we've all found each other. So we are not alone. We are being guided, and we're being very divinely guided by we don't know really who they are. I don't know who they are. Sometimes ask them who they are. I don't know if I'm talking to like spirits or aliens or I just don't know. They don't give me much information. They're very secretive, my guides. But they did nail the Queen, didn't they? So they must know a little bit about what's going on. So I'll leave you with that today. Let's go watch You Are Not Alone by Michael Jackson. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. And don't forget to hit the like buttons. Comment down below. And I will talk to you in the very next video. Take care, everybody. Bye from Australia. Bye.